What's going on YouTube? My name is FG3000. I'm back in the place to be and welcome back to 7 Deadly Sins Grand Cross. In today's video, we're going to be discussing just 10 things you might want to know. It's not going to be like the top 10 things you want to know. Someone else is going to make that video, but 10 things I just wanted to share with all of you. So let's go ahead and start this list off in no particular order, starting off with emulators. Now I know a lot of you guys out there prefer to play your mobile games via emulator just like me, and you're curious, is 7 Deadly Sins Grand Cross emulator friendly? Well, I don't have great news. I don't have great news. This game does not perform well on any of the major emulators that I know of. And when I say major emulators, I consider Nox, Play as major emulators, and I kind of group them together because they're very similar. BlueStacks in the middle, and then of course LD Player. And the performance via emulator is not fantastic. Now, once the game is playing, it's pretty good, but the crashes are very consistent across all emulators. So Nox and Play crash on startup constantly, so I would just consider those two non-starters. BlueStacks is also pretty crashy. I've been noticing like I might get like 45 minutes of gameplay out of my BlueStacks before it crashes, which is not terrible, but it's still very annoying. However, on the plus side to BlueStacks, I have spoken to the team over there, and they say they are working on updates to improve the compatibility between BlueStacks and 7 Deadly Sins. That's not great for today, but for tomorrow, maybe BlueStacks is going to be the best emulator of choice when it comes to 7 Deadly Sins. We're gonna have to see. But as of right now, based on my testing, LD Player is the best emulator to play for 7 Deadly Sins. It still crashes though, so do keep that in mind. It's not a perfect experience, so hate to deliver the bad news. It's bad news for me too. So now that we've discussed emulators that are not gonna work for you, let's talk about landscape mode, because playing on your PC, the game just looks better when you're in landscape, and there is a way to force 7 Deadly Sins Grand Cross into landscape mode. I have no idea why they have not included this by default. This by far, I've covered a lot of games on this channel in portrait as well as landscape mode using this tool, and 7 Deadly Sins looks the most natural out of all of them. I feel like this is a secret function in the game somewhere, and they just haven't turned it on. I have no idea why. But all you have to do is use rotation control. There probably are other apps out there, but rotation control for me is the simplest. All you gotta do, turn it on, it loads in the background, you tell it that, hey, I wanna load this game in landscape, and you're done. It's very easy, and like I said, in my opinion, the combat, the graphics, the lobby, everything just looks better in landscape, and it looks like it's supposed to be that way. Why isn't it, Netmarble? Alright, so now let's actually talk about some in-game functions now, shall we? So I am the type of gamer that I like to 100% everything. I'm not a meta chaser, but I gotta 100% everything. I need to have all the stars, I need to have all the percentages. So one thing I definitely appreciate that Grand Cross does is that it makes it very easy at a glance to tell exactly where you stand at every single campaign node, at every chapter. It's very easy to be like, alright, I'm 20% done, alright, I have 5 more rewards to get from this node, I got 3 over here. Makes it super easy, and it just puts my mind at ease. All right, so that chess system I think every game should do. Shout out to them on that one. So speaking of rewards and chests, just like any other hero collector, every single day that you log on, you're gonna have daily login rewards presented to you by Elizabeth every single day without you having to do anything. You can't even get into the game without clicking yes to these. However, there are more free rewards that are not as obvious. So what you wanna do every single day is go into the shop function, go into equipment draw. There's a free equipment draw every single day. Go inside your purchase bundle. Now this is not daily, but as you hit certain milestones in the game, there's gonna be free rewards in here as well. And then also go into the coin shop. Over there under the silver option, there's gonna be a free chest in there as well. So these are things that are very easy to overlook. I don't want you to miss out on any goodies. Unless you're gonna PvP me, then I don't really care. Skip this part, move on. So let's go ahead and talk about the coin shop while we're here, because this is a very big part on why this game is so free to play friendly and why so many people are excited to get their hands on this game, is because as you get duplicates in this game, they will turn into coins. You can then use those coins to buy things that you actually want, such as characters as well as upgrade materials. Some of the shops have limited time sales as well, so this allows you to get a pretty nice discount on characters that you're looking for, and there's even a schedule that you can adhere to. So if you're looking for a particular character, all you got to do is look at their place in the schedule, and you can be there right on time, which is actually fantastic. And of course, what I've talked about in the first video is the fact that as you get rare duplicates, the longer you play these games, you're going to start getting a ton of rare duplicates. It's no different than any other hero collector. However, in this game, you can turn your rare duplicates into coins. Those coins can be turned into stamina. So if you really want to extend your gameplay session, you can absolutely do that using duplicates, as well as friendship coins coins can also be used as stamina fodder as well. So a lot of options to get characters that you want and a lot of options to allow you to play as much as you want. Very, very nice. All right, so now that we started talking about characters, let's go ahead and talk about combat. Not doing combat, that is. This game does have an auto repeat feature. It's not the best auto repeat feature that I've ever seen, but it's pretty decent. So it will allow you to dictate how many auto repeats you want to do. It'll even automatically use the stamina that you've been hoarding through the coin system, ladies and gentlemen. So in theory, if you want to just leave your game on all night, blow through like 20, 50, I don't know how many stamina potions you have, to grind the heck out of an equipment dungeon or an awakening dungeon, you can absolutely do that with the auto repeat feature. So speaking of auto repeat and auto combat, there is an option under your general gameplay settings which can influence the general AI of your heroes. So you can set them on balanced, you can set them on defensive, or you can set them on offensive. So for example, you're grinding the stage all night. This stage is something that you are so much more powerful than. You can set this on offensive. That way you can kind of fly through the stages a little bit faster as opposed to setting it on defense where they're going to kind of, prioritize things like stance counters and defense and heals and things of that nature. So once again, Netmarble plays their own game. All right, so let's keep it rolling with combat. Netmarble, ladies and gentlemen, plays their own games. Yes, they do. So you guys know, you've seen it before, there are games out there that allow you to watch an ad to increase your rewards after you completed certain stages, and 7 Deadly Sins Grand Cross is no exception. It drives me crazy when I'm playing those games, and every single time I complete a stage, they're like, you wanna watch an ad? You wanna watch an ad? You wanna watch an ad? Guess what you can do here in 7 Deadly Sins Grand Cross? You can turn that notification, that annoyance off for good, and you never have to see it again. Also, if you take a look at your mailbox, there is an opportunity to watch an ad to get even more free goodies there. Once again, you can ignore it. No red dot's gonna stay on your screen. You're good to go. Shout out to them. All right, so let's keep it moving with a few more combat tips. So if you find yourself struggling against a stage and you just cannot complete it, there are a few different things that you can do to increase your odds of survival and victory. So number one, you can always bring a friendship unit. That is pretty straightforward. So find some strong friends and get carried through the content. That's number one. Number two, do not forget about food. So Meliodas and Bond can cook food for you. That food has different bonus stats. It also has EXP stats, all kinds of things that can help you out in combat, so don't forget about that. And then number three, this is kind of like a combat tip, and I do plan on making like a full combat guide, but do keep in mind that the character that you put in the far left slot is considered your leader, and that is the only character that can get a 2-star card on the first turn. So you definitely want to put someone in there that's really strong versus the stage you're going against, or someone that you have a lot of investment with, because that is going to be the only character on round one that has the potential to start off with a 2-star card. And that can definitely set the tempo for you in certain combat scenarios. So there you go. And last but not least, to end this video off, and I cannot take credit for this, I got this courtesy of the Reddit. I'm gonna go ahead and plug the exact Reddit I got it from. Let's all try to congregate in one Reddit. I don't want this to turn into Sword Art Online Rising and Steel, where there was like 55 different subreddits. Let's try to all get in one subreddit. I'm putting my money on this one. So I got this information from the subreddit, and I thought it would be very important to share, especially with us starting out. So the reason why this game gets such high accolades is due to its free-to-play friendliness. So if you're looking at the screen right now, here is the gym breakdown based on you logging into the game every day, doing your dailies, doing your login rewards, and participating in PvP. So you can see the numbers on the screen, but all I'm gonna focus on is the lowest one, right? So all you do is just log into the game, you do your dailies, and you're in bronze PvP. You're gonna be looking at right around 200 gems a month, or once you're in a guild, 230 gems a month. If you translate that, that's about $100 of cash shop currency given to every single player that does that for free every single month. And that does not include special login bonuses. That doesn't include events. So there is a lot of currency going on that you can use. And once again, like I said in my first video, there is no difference between paid currency or free-to-play currency. So if you want to use that currency to do gacha pulls, do it. You want to use that currency to dress up your boar hat, do that. If you want to use that currency to buy all kinds of costumes and hairstyles, you can do that too. And that will do it. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, once again, my name is FG3000. I thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next 7 Deadly Sins Grand Cross video. I'm out.